Imagine this, you live your whole life on a tiny rock in the middle of the ocean. No streets, no cars, no neighbors, just the sea, the wind and your family. Sounds impossible, right? But in the Gulf of California, there is a place where this history is real. This place is called El Pardito, also known as Coyote Island. And today, I want to take you on a journey through three magical islands, El Pardito, San Jose, and San Francisco. Together, they hold secrets of survival, legends of gold, and some of the richest marine life on Earth. When I first heard about this place, I thought, who could survive like that? But when I set foot here, I realized this is more than a survival, it's a way of life. El Pardito is so small, you could walk across it in 2 minutes. Just a single hectare, roughly the size of a soccer field. Yet for the Cuevas family, this tiny rock has been home for 100 years. El Pardito sits on the heart of the Gulf of California, 90 miles north of La Paz, Baja California Sur, Mexico, nestled between two larger islands, San Jose to the north and San Francisco to the south. It lies just off the east coast of the Baja California Peninsula. Its turquoise waters are alive with life, and the sunlight dancing on the waves makes the island seem like it's floating in a painting. It all began in 1923 when Juan Cuevas Ramirez, a fisherman with restless spirit, arrived here with his wife, Paula. Juan had explored the coast for years in a small boat, rowing and sailing between islands, searching for a place to call home. He avoided the wetlands, swarming with jejenes and mosquitoes, and found refuge on this rocky outcrop. He named it El Pardito, inspired by the brownish color of the stone. Think about it, I remember telling myself when I first visited. Today, with motors, GPS and satellite phones, crossing the sea may feel simple. But Juan did this with nothing more than a wooden boat, the wind in his sails, and the stars to guide him. That kind of courage feels almost gone today. And standing here, I could almost feel him rowing through the same waves, dreaming of this quiet life. Here, in the middle of the sea, Juan and Paula raised 9 children. They built their wooden homes from scratch, stored fresh water, fished for their meals, and created a life entirely from what the ocean and the island gave them. Every direction offered a view of the paradise. San Jose to the north, San Francisco to the south, the dramatic cliffs of the peninsula to the west, and the endless shimmering expanse of the Gulf to the east. For generations, the Cuevas family lived directly from the ocean. During World War II, they hunted for sharks whose livers were used for vitamin B capsules, yet over time, their history took a remarkable turn. From hunting these magnificent creatures to protecting them. Today, El Pardito is a sanctuary. The Cuevas family collaborates with scientists and conservationists to protect turtles, sharks, and coral reefs. When I dove near the island, I was stunned. Schools of fish swirled in the sunlight, and the coral shimmered with every color imaginable. A question I hear often, and especially on my Spanish channel, is, Leonardo, how do you get fresh waters on a tiny rock like El Pardito? And the answer is fascinating. is not as simple as digging a well or catching rain. For decades, the Cuevas family relied on ingenuity and connections with the nearby coast. Back in the day, they would travel to San Evaristo on the mainland to collect fresh water. They would load it into barrels and bring it back to El Pardito in small boats and rowing. Imagine that, a tiny island with no rivers or lakes, thriving because of careful planning, courage and creativity. Every sip of water, every barrel brought back was precious, and the family learned how to value it, ration it, and make it last. The ocean is not just a source of food or adventure, it is a lifeline, and the Cuevas family ability to survive and thrive in such a remote place is a lesson in resourcefulness, resilience, and respect for the natural world. After leaving El Pardito, we sailed north to San Jose, a massive island compared to tiny El Pardito. But it's not just size that makes this place unforgettable. San Jose is alive with history, mystery, and the echoes of those who came before. Long before Europeans arrived, the first indigenous nations left petroglyphs and stone tools, a silent testimony to lives lived in harmony with land. Later, in the 1800s, San Jose became a hub for gold and silver mining. Prospectors and settlers arrived chasing fortunes. And then there is the history of Wilhelm Winkel, a German engineer who stayed behind after the mining boom ended. Alone, he guarded his secrets fiercely, even killing his mule before he died, the only being who knew where his hidden treasures were. Carved in a cave near the cliffs were his words, in German, freedom through loneliness. The weight of those words, the tension between isolation and liberation. I couldn't help but imagine what it must have been like to live entirely alone, surrounded by the sea and the wind only. San Jose isn't just about human history. The nature is astonishing, and the surrounding waters teems with life. Dolphins, mobulas, marlins, and even whales are beneath the surface, turning every dive into a living aquarium. Jacques Cousteau famously called this area the aquarium of the world, and after flying my drone over the lagoons, I finally understood why. It felt like flying above a kaleidoscope of life, colors shimmering beneath the waves. One of the island's most extraordinary features is La Mortajada, a tranquil lagoon surrounded by mangroves. It is a nursery for countless fish species and a safe haven for hawksbill turtles. Visiting this sanctuary, I felt a profound respect for the Cuevas family and local conservationists who protect this fragile ecosystem, a proof that human care can restore balance to nature. San Jose is more than an island. It is a living history where legends, survival, and biodiversity intertwine. And every moment spent there, whether exploring ruins or floating above coral-rich waters, reminded me why these islands must be cherished and protected. Finally, we arrive at San Francisco Island, a paradise defined by its crescent-shaped bay and pristine white sand beaches. The moment I stepped ashore, I felt a serenity unlike anywhere else, the kind that makes you forget the worlds outside the Gulf. San Francisco is a haven for sailors. Boats anchor daily in its calm waters, and snorkelers are drawn to reefs brimming with color and movement. The island cliffs are sculpted by centuries of wind, waves, and time, forming colorful shapes that frame the bay. The Point stands out, a natural fortress rising from the water with rocks painted in orange, red, and gold. Standing on these cliffs, I felt a profound connection to the raw beauty around me. San Francisco has quiet corners, hidden beaches, and secret coves perfect for reflections or exploration. Walking along the sand, I imagine the countless adventurers and families who have found solace here long before me. From vibrant reefs beneath the surface to the sunlit cliffs above, every movement invites you to witness the living, breathing beauty of the Gulf of California. From tiny rocks to endless ocean wonders, this journey continues. Cabo Pulmo is our next stop. Coming soon, with unbelievable coral reefs, vibrant sea life, and water so clear you feel like you're flying underwater. It's probably a week away from now, but make sure you're ready. Hit subscribe and the bell. And thank you for watching this video.